The United States has just imposed a staggering 60% tariff on Chinese solar-grade polysilicon, wafers, and cells. This move, under President Trump's executive order, is the latest escalation in the ongoing US-China trade war over renewable energy. But what does this mean for the future of solar power, US manufacturing, and global energy markets? Understanding the tariff hike. Let's break it down. The Biden administration had already doubled tariffs on Chinese solar cells from 25% to 50% in 2024. Now, under the Trump administration, a new 10% tariff has been imposed on top of that, bringing total duties on Chinese solar polysilicon, wafers, and cells to a staggering 60%. Key facts. Biden's 2024 tariff hikes. Solar cells and polysilicon tariffs jump from 25% right pointing arrow 50%. Trump's 2025 tariff order adds another 10%, raising total to 60%. Scope. The tariffs apply to solar-grade polysilicon, wafers, and cells, but not finished PV modules. Impact on global market. China controlled 89% of the world's solar-grade polysilicon production in 2022, making alternative sourcing challenging. The U.S. strategy, boosting domestic manufacturing? Both the Biden and Trump administrations argue that these tariffs are designed to boost U.S. solar manufacturing and reduce reliance on China. But is that really happening? Reality check. U.S. manufacturing still lags. China remains dominant in polysilicon, wafer, and cell production. Factory pauses. Amid federal funding freezes, several U.S. manufacturing projects are now stalled, including Premier Energy's 1 gigawatt U.S. solar cell factory oversupply in 2024. China's massive production caused global price crashes, making solar components cheaper but increasing U.S. manufacturers' struggle to compete. Despite high tariffs, the U.S. still lacks the infrastructure to replace Chinese imports, making it unclear whether this move will truly strengthen American manufacturing or simply raise costs for consumers. How this affects the U.S. solar industry? The biggest question. How will these 60% tariffs affect solar projects in the U.S.? Projected impacts. Higher solar costs. Tariffs will likely increase the price of solar installations in the U.S. Slower renewable adoption. Higher costs could delay or cancel solar energy projects, impacting the country's clean energy transition. Reduced consumer savings. Higher panel prices may reduce the cost savings homeowners and businesses expect from solar. Industry forecasts. Wood Mackenzie predicts U.S. solar deployment will stagnate in 2025 after years of rapid growth. SEIA warns tariffs could reduce annual solar installations by 20–30% over the next few years. Increased reliance on Southeast Asian suppliers, as Chinese companies shift production to Vietnam, Malaysia, and Thailand to bypass tariffs. For homeowners and businesses considering solar, these tariffs could mean higher prices and longer payback periods for solar panel investments. The global trade war over renewable energy. This isn't just about the US and China. Canada and Mexico were also targeted for 10% tariffs on energy imports, but those tariffs were delayed by a month. Meanwhile, China has vowed to challenge the U.S. tariffs at the World Trade Organization, WTO. Key global responses. China's reaction. Calls the tariffs a violation of WTO rules and is considering retaliatory tariffs. Canada and Mexico delay. The 10% tariff on North American energy imports is postponed for at least 1 month. Europe's role. The EU is expanding its solar manufacturing capabilities to reduce dependence on China. Economic fallout. Higher trade barriers could slow global solar expansion. Increased US-China tensions could trigger countermeasures in other industries. Potential supply chain shifts as Chinese manufacturers relocate to Vietnam, Malaysia, and India to avoid US tariffs. As countries impose tariffs and trade restrictions, the cost of clean energy may rise, potentially slowing down the global shift to renewables. How businesses can navigate these changes. With tariffs rising and supply chains shifting, businesses need strategic partners to navigate the rapidly changing energy landscape. Demand Products offers solutions to keep your operations running smoothly. Demand Product Services sourcing solar components, alternative suppliers for solar-grade polysilicon, wafers, and cells. Energy storage solutions, advanced lithium and sodium-ion battery technologies to support grid storage. Custom manufacturing and supply chain consulting, helping businesses adapt to shifting trade policies. Visit www.dmanproductsllc.com or email diwakar@dmanproductsllc.com to future-proof your business against supply chain disruptions. The solar industry is changing fast. Stay informed, stay competitive, and power the future with Dman Products.